right, week 3 in CIT82. How are you? How's life treating you? Again, a few notes here. I don't think we'll have as many as we have in the past, but I just want to go over the week's work, what's coming at you this week, and give you a preview of week 4 as well. As far as our class goes, I don't think there's any pertinent information other than what you already have about doing your attendance. Making sure, and I'm going to become more and more diligent about this on my side, that I see students are posting their main replies on Thursday and their main post replies to me, and then the replies on Monday. And if you have feedback about that, let me know. Again, the reason I do it is because there are always students that want to be able to work ahead, and if we don't have people posting until the due dates, they don't have anything to reply to. So, if we think we can do it without that, I'm open to that. I just have done this because of my past experience. So, let's turn to the screen and see what we have for week 3. So in week three, we start a new lynda.com course on web fundamentals, web technology fundamentals. And I want you to go through, the introduction is not part of the notes, but you can do that. But the introduction to the web, all the way through to the front end, and then within the front end go all the way to client-side scripting, JavaScript. There is a little bit of duplication, I realize this, in some of the stuff we've covered, but it never hurts to cover this stuff more than once. But there's also some new stuff, right? So the DNS, really important to have what that means. HTTP, as a matter of fact, we'll have a current topics on HTTP today. So we'll be on this course for 2 weeks. So anyway, that's the one you'll do for your lecture. Now, as I previewed last week, and I went and looked at it a little more detail today, I'm going to have you do an assignment I have my other students do in my 15 class, but they do it after they've been in class halfway through. I'm going to have you do it now because I think it's important. So just keep that in mind as you're watching this video, is that this was recorded in the classroom for students that were having to take notes and create this, but you just have to recreate the example of your home network. And I say in here, first I say you can start watching at 6 minutes 15. So what that means, oh, you guys can't see that because of the way my screen is, but just move forward in the playhead to 6 minute 15-second mark. Okay, and then also when you're doing your IP addresses, when you're giving them, you're more than welcome to, for security reasons. I don't think there would be an issue, but I also respect that, especially for those of you taking networking, it's not always the best idea to share your public facing IP addresses, which is why I dropped the last two here, but you can also drop them on the private facing. So if you have a router, which most people do, you have the public facing IP and the private facing IP, but I talk about all that within the video, so I'm not going to go over it here, but that's why I tell you you're welcome to either drop the last two, because all IPs, IP6 is going to be different, and that's coming at us, but all the IPs, and you may get some IP6s as well, they'll look very different, but they'll still be just a series of number, there'll just be more of them. Okay, which by the way, they talk about IP6 here in, I believe, does he talk about, I thought I saw something about IP6 in here. Must have been somewhere else I saw that. Anyway, we will talk, have something on that. Okay, so and then I have you do just a little sheet about what's important, and in that I also show you how to do formulas to figure out, because it's definitely true for most people that your Wi-Fi is slower than your wired connections. And if for some reason you don't have a wired connection to your router probably has a port. So even if you don't, it's worth going to get a network cable to connect into there. But it's good to know, like you can see here, my wired speeds and my Wi-Fi speeds. Although I talk about that my new on hub has really made this so much better. So anyway, that's what you have for the hands-on for this week. Okay, and let's see, let's go look at the other item. So the other item is really another topic that you'll get in lecture, which is about HTTPS. And this is a session, a talk from Google I/O. So Google I/O is the largest developer conference for Google all year. I'm blessed to get to go. I've gone for many years, and it's just one of the highlights of my year to get caught up with all the current stuff happening. But this really talks about HTTPS, so hopefully you know, but if you look up in the browser, right, anytime you see the lock HTTPS, that means there is encryption happening between you and the browser and the server. So the information that's being transmitted, it is encrypted. And then we talk about why that's important, because it used to be just sites that, were really have a lot of private information that would do HTTPS because of some of the myths that she covers in here about why more people didn't do HTTPS. So it's just really good to understand what this is, how it works, and then really moving forward, Google and everyone saying we need to move to probably HTTPS everywhere. And I say in here, you just have, at the minimum watch at least half of the talk. It's a 42-minute talk, so I know it's a little long, but it's worth your time, but at least get half of it in, right? And then reply with your thoughts on the information covered and or research some of the concepts that might be new to you. Make sure you get your main post, something I've already talked about, and then get your replies done by the Monday night. So this is your week 3 topics that you have. And then week 4, I'll go ahead and open up as well. We'll continue the web technology class from Linda. This will be the last of it, right? So we'll cover that course in twice. And then you'll have this is actually really kind of interesting, this talk about the dark web and understanding what the dark web is. I will tell you before you get there, if you happen to work ahead, he talks about the illegal trade happening on the web. And I just want to be clear that I'm not encouraging anyone to go there and do any of the stuff that he's talking about. I just want you to know that it exists and how it works. And it's pretty both scary and fascinating at the same time. So this is in week 4. So then the other thing is, and it's always good to start discussing one of the most powerful things we have around, which is the Chrome Dev Tools. So my video for week 4 will cover more of this about the Dev Tools and just introducing them to you, and then have you go do some more research. Okay, but I'll do that in week 4. All right, so that's your week 3 in CIT 15. We will start talking about actually that's it. Sorry, I was going to go on about other stuff, but that's it. I'm not going to go any further than I have to, just to give you the necessary information. So continue on with your lynda.com lecture for this week, and I'll talk to you on week 4. Also, remember, I'm always in my classroom or in my office, which is, I've already told you last time, so find me if you need some additional help on anything or you want clarification. Have a good week.